Okay, here's my argument as to why Greg Allen should not only bat leadoff for the Yankees, but he should play center field in 2022 or get a shot at center field. Number one, he has a remarkable ability to get on base and to play elite defensive in the outfield at the same time. Okay, serves benefits in a bunch of different ways. Let's say he's in center field and you have Judge in left, and Stanton in right, and they're rotating into DH with Gallo too. So the three of those guys are rotating corner position and DH at the same time. So their legs get a little bit of a break on occasion, and they're still out there. To me, if they hit a ball in the gap, you have somebody like Greg Allen in center field. He can run them down in either direction and save some runs. Whereas there's no guarantee that Judge is going to be able to run them down or Stanton's going to be running them down as quickly. Even though these guys are athletic, Judge has got some wheels, but Allen is the fastest guy on the team. Him and Tyler Wade. That's number one. Number two, just in a small sample size in 2021, he had about 37 at bats when he was a COVID call-up. He had a .417 on-base percentage, 10 hits and 37 at bats. He also had like 5 doubles. He had a couple of triples, a bunch of stolen bases, 1 home run. Decent, but his on-base percentage being .417, he drew a lot of walks too. That to me is an eye-popping stat for me, because when's the last time the Yankees had a prototypical leadoff hitter with speed at the top of the lineup? I can't remember. I mean, other than Derek Jeter, who was not really a base-stealing machine. He stole bases, but he wasn't a base-stealing machine, and he's not as fast as Greg Allen. I can't think of anybody for quite some time. The first one that pops up in my head is Ricky Henderson, but that's so long ago. And Ricky Henderson, I think he played left instead of center. But nevertheless, the ability to have that, route running ability in the outfield and the ability to get on base at the top of the lineup, to me, is a better fit than anybody else on the team. DJ had some leadoff ability he batted leadoff a bit, and he was pretty much the best option on the team. But they were slow, 1 through 5 or 1 through 6. And if you bat Allen leadoff and you have DJ hitting behind him, our best contact hitter on the team, the ability to drive him in, and the difference between Gallo and not Gallo, Allen and DJ is, if Allen leads off and let's say he draws a walk, DJ hits a double, the scenario is Allen's probably going to score. If DJ leads off and Allen hits a double, you're going to have DJ at third. He's not going to score. So the ability to produce more runs on a regular basis with Allen at the top of the lineup, to me, is more substantial than with DJ at the top of the lineup. I know he batted pretty well at lead up this past year, but he's also coming off hernia surgery, and he doesn't really run that fast. Good base runner, but he's not a fast base runner. And to me, having a guy fast at the top of the lineup and then your best contact hitter behind him, and then your big boppers behind them, to me, puts the lineup in a better position, makes it more dynamic, and again, I think represents the ability to manufacture more runs in one way or another. And Greg Allen is a combination of a lot of these things, because think of the guys that we have right now. You have Odor here, hit some clutch hits, but they might even DFA him this offseason or non-tender him. I can actually DFA him, not non-tender him. Tyler Wade he's a good base runner as well. He's the other fastest guy on the team, but the other problem is he doesn't get on base. Okay, and he's either in as a defensive replacement or a pinch runner, and he's a hell of a base runner. But again, Greg Allen has a high on-base percentage and the base running ability at the same time. He's the only guy on the team that represents both of them at the same time. And that, to me, is a more prototypical leadoff hitter. And I think he would be a perfect fit because, you imagine Allen at the top, then DJ, and then you have Judge, Gallo, Stanton, the big bats behind him. It's a perfect opportunity. If you bat him 7th or 8th, then you're not going to have the right guys behind him to drive him in. By the time the big boppers come, the inning might be over already. In this situation, you're putting him in the spot to be in a position to score as many runs as possible with the Yankees. Okay, whether it be home run himself or being driven in walks, whatever it is, the lineup becomes more athletic and more dynamic this way. So, and if you have Tyler Wade in as a defensive replacement or a pinch hitter or whatever, pinch runner, and he comes in and bats another, towards the bottom of the lineup, then you have 2 base path disruptors at the same time in the game, which the Yankees haven't had in a long time. But that's the thing. The Yankees either have power, a bunch of it, and no speed, or speed that's on the bench right? This is a prime opportunity to get that speed and the base running ability and the defensive acumen all at the same time in the game on a regular basis. And batting him leadoff is the right spot for him, and batting second to me is DJ's better spot. I don't think DJ should be leading off, especially this year when he's going to be still recovering from hernia surgery, and he does not run half as fast as Greg Allen. So I want a fast guy at the top of the lineup, and I think he represents a good fit to do that. And if you look at his metrics, his stats, it shows that he'd be a good leadoff hitter. Okay, and and he also gives the Yankees payroll relief. He's controllable for a couple years. So with other guys getting expensive, and Aaron Judge is going to be due for a gigantic extension if they give it to him. Okay, that salary is going to be on the books. He's probably going to make at least $30 million per season. So you have a guy like Greg Allen to kind of offset that with a cost-affordable contract and getting probably a lot of value for him. So to me, financially, it's a smart move. And in the rare event that they move Gallo and Judge this season, which I don't see happening, and bring in somebody like Starling Marte for left field, then you have Marte in left, Greg Allen in center, and Stanton in right. Again, offbeat scenario, very unlikely, but you have a fast guy in center field covering a lot of ground, who gets on base, and who can, again, cause havoc on the base paths. And that's a good thing that the Yankees have now that they haven't had in a long time. So it'll be smart for them to take advantage of it. And this is an opportunity to do that. No matter what they do this offseason, Greg Allen should get the opportunity to start for the Yankees in center field and lead off. That's the best lineup position for him. No matter who's on this team, unless they're getting Brian Reynolds or something like that, which I don't think they're going to do. I would like it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Greg Allen represents the best option for this team. If you go up and down that lineup on the 40-man roster, the best option to bat leadoff. Okay, you do have some young guys, dynamic guys coming up who steal bases too. Oswaldo Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, but those guys are infielders. Okay, maybe they'll lead off one day. Who knows? But right now, Greg Allen's the guy. He's got wheels, plays center field, leads off, and does a lot of the little things that the Yankees don't currently do. Makes them a hell of a lot more athletic, makes them a hell of a lot more dynamic, puts them in a better position to manufacture a run here, a run there that they weren't manufacturing before. And maybe they'll win a couple more one-run games instead of losing a couple one-run games. So it increases the odds of them doing well, and doing more things on the base pass. They were notorious for leaving guys on the bases this year. It was ridiculous, leaving upwards of 20 guys on base, blowing so many rallies, okay? And again, he's a guy, if you hit a ground ball, he can score at home. If you hit a double and he's on first, he can score. He won't be left on base, just like Tyler Wade. Those are the two best runners, and to me, they're valuable weapons that the team should be utilizing, particularly Allen. So that's my position. That's my argument. You let me know what you think. If there's anybody else that you think who would be a better leadoff hitter that the Yankees currently have, give me your feedback in the comments. But my vote's for Greg Allen, leadoff hitter and center fielder for the New York Yankees in 2022.